Chiz.
So I'm gonna start with my Umar weekly update. So I've seen two IG posts. Hasn't been much. He's been really laying off of the live lately over the past week or so. You could tell that the backlash from the community, the questions are starting to wear on him a little more because he hasn't gone live as much in the past week or so. So over this past week, though, Make a Change, YouTuber, he dropped a video where Umar says that between February 2019 and February 2020, he collected about $100,000. But then Umar, on his tax returns from that year, where he filed his 990 in, he said he only collected $25,000. This is tax fraud. I don't know what the excuse is or how you explain your way out of it, but I think what is happening is Umar is forgetting that because he now does have possession of those buildings in Wilmington, things are on record for public consumption now. Like, these things are not behind closed doors or, handshake agreements. These are things where the government has this out for public record as part of, the Disclosure Act. So, yeah. So look forward to something coming from that. Then Umar went on Fox Soul to speak on the Capitol. While he was speaking on this, while he was being interviewed by the man and they were talking about the Capitol riots, etc., he said this quote, that the lights are on in the small gymnasium, but he has not been there to see the lights on yet. Now, if you've been following Umar and my Umar updates, this is confusing because back in November, he was doing lives inside of the small gymnasium with his supporters, and the lights were on then, and he was clicking on light switches, and he was saying, yeah, the lights are on, the lights are on. This was around the time when they were saying that his lights were on illegally in the building. So either the lights were on then illegally, or they were on then legally, and you have now come on TV and lied for no reason saying that the lights are on now, but you've never seen them on because you haven't been back to the school since December. Just the wait, it's just another hypocritical statement that this is why I criticize him. This is why everybody criticizes him. This is why people have so many questions, because he does these weird things that just don't add up logically. And then he never answers for them, gives a logical reason, and he never says anything. All he does is get mad, which makes him look more fraudulent, because, like, why are you getting mad when people are asking sensible questions? I get the trolls. I get the people that's, like, coming at you on some weird shit, but if somebody asks you a logical question, if you are free and clear of wrongdoing, if there's nothing weird going on, like, you can just say, hey, this is what it was, and move on. But the fact that you get angry and call people trolls and call them all these crazy names and block them and all this shit instead of just answering the question.
I got a question. I got a question too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Do we trust Fox Soul? Because it's still under Fox. I've been seeing it lately, and I'm like, yo, all right, y'all
never watched the show on there. I've only seen the snippet. Like, they got the snippet up on YouTube where he says this specifically. Like, another YouTube, I can't remember whether it was Make a Change or Anti-Afro. Somebody posted this though the other day on YouTube. And it's the interview between him and the dude. And in that interview, like, they were talking about a bunch of stuff, but in that interview, that quote popped out. And for everybody who's been following like this scam situation, we all know, like, well, you just said the lights was on last year, so why have you not seen the lights on if they were on? Like, it just don't add up.
No, add up.
You feel
me? We're gonna keep that question for another podcast.
Oh, we're gonna put a pin in that.
No, I'm gonna write that on the docket because I need to do a little bit more investigation. Fox Soul, Fox News.
I have never even checked out Fox Soul, so
they trying to cash in on it because they see that the Fox
could be
News
some cooning on
Fox
Soul.
Away.
Could be some cooning on.
I kind of feel like I feel like they see Fox News is slowly going away. So they trying to go ahead and cash in on hey, we done changed the shit now.
We got stuff for African Americans.
Yeah,
We're here for you guys.
We got a purple app.
Look at all these brown faces we got in front of you
shit.
now. Look, we got who is it? Who on there? Melissa Ford. We got
we done found this nigga Umar.
We got Diamond from Players Club. You know, all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
I can't remember her name.
All the motherfuckers at the end of their damn rope.
Yeah. The retired stars from
we'll do some research and we'll go back to that
indeed
the topic later.
We can use your outstanding fan base following and accrue our ratings. Come on, be part of Fox Soul.
That's exactly what it is.
You still owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Is it? He's still.
I don't know. Matter of fact, I think
I want to say he had a lawsuit or something. After he got bought out or he lost it or something.
Disney
years ago. Okay, Disney got it.
Disney bought Fox, and now they have Fox Soul. That makes sense. Disney bought Fox from Rupert Murdoch, that racist bastard, and now they got Fox Soul. And now it's just a matter of time until Fox News phases itself out. We still got to keep it because we're making money out of it. Yeah, we're going.
I wouldn't be mad.
We got to
research that one.
We got to research that paper. I don't know. That's just a theory.
You got my wheels spinning now.
That's a theory. I'm sorry.
No, you all good. Now on the Umar thing, we got something to look forward to. Hopefully, if he's a man that actually responds, I have contacted him directly. I have left messages on his page asking the 3 questions of what is the current status of the HVAC? The last fundraising drive that he's been claiming that he's raising funds for has been to get the HVAC repaired. He hasn't been back to the school to even set up the contractors to be able to repair the HVAC. He has almost stopped mentioning it. He mentions it maybe once every 2 weeks now, really quickly, right before he goes into Cash Apps and asking for PayPals and all that. So I'm asking him, what's the status of the HVAC? I've also asked him, what is the official opening date of the school at this point? And then I've also asked him, what is the financial plan for funding for staff, operations, and logistics once the school is open? Because you're living off donations right now. That's not sustainable to pay a staff of anything, to pay vendors for food services, to pay people, the groundskeepers, to pay any of that stuff. So where's this money going to come from, sir? And then lastly, I posed it to him that I've requested from him, I should say, and this is all via email. So I've done it through his channels that he set up. So I'm hoping that he responds as a man and gives me something that I can actually report on and see, okay, this is tangible, or this is actually, I can discuss this. But my last thing was I've asked him for a financial disclosure, an overview basically of the funds, the current status of the funds, and what the disbursement is going towards as far as what is he using the funds for specifically. Now, the reason you can ask for this, and anybody can ask any 501c3 organization in America for this, because under 501c3 law, you have to, as a 501c3 charitable organization, you have to have a financial disclosure statement ready. And if you don't have one at the ready, you have to get it to whoever requests it within a reasonable time by law.
Does he even know what a 503? I don't even know. I'm not gonna act like.
I remember that's one of his new selling points for the donation. Your tax write-off, that you can write them off on your taxes because he's now got his 501c3 status.
I did see that.
If you have that, there's also laws and regulations that determine what you have to disclose to the public, because you are basically a charitable organization that the public is funding. So your people have to know, since you don't have an official board or anything, people have to know, what am I funding? You know what I mean? So hopefully he responds.